Alright, Middle-Aged White Guy Reacts back again today with another video for you. And in today's video, we have Tom MacDonald and Adam Calhoun. They have Stortle Jennings and Nova Rockefeller, and we have In God We Trust. Now, this is off their album, The Brave, so this is not a new to me song. I have heard this a good solid half dozen times by now. So this isn't really like a reaction video. I guess this is just a let's break it down, watch the music video, and talk about it sort of deal. So in my initial listen to the album, which I did for you guys on YouTube, kind of, I had mentioned that he couldn't put this song on the internet. All right, the first 30 seconds, the things he says in the first 30 seconds of this, you're not allowed to say on the internet. So I thought there's no way he could put this on the internet without blowing up the place, and he did. He put it out there. So let's get into this and see how they did the video and everything for In God We Trust. Let's go. Nope.
They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan. It's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy. There's always someone listening. The elections planning riots for the citizens. The government.
So that's how he gets around it. That's how you get around it, Tom. Okay. I see he censored the word rigged. Okay? The word rigged. Because hold on. Let's hear this again. That's funny.
Distancing. It's actually a bigger plan. It's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy. There's always someone listening. The elections planning riots for the citizens.
Yeah, so he's talking about, you know, what happened to Stacey Abrams in 2016, right? That's what he's referring to. As long as it's a Democrat you're talking about, you're allowed to say that things like that were rigged. Okay? She's adamant to this day that her election was rigged still, right? So, you know, and that's what he's talking about. He is definitely talking about Stacey Abrams right there. And the Georgia, what was it, Congress or Senator election? Yeah, so you know, Stacey Abrams got done dirty, and he's just putting it out there. So
took away our privacy. There's always someone listening. The elections planning riots for the citizens. The government has always lied. It's history repeating. But the problem is the schools dumb you down so you believe them. If you try to speak the truth inside a tweet, then they delete it. Whole administration Satanists who claim they praise in Jesus. Every year there's a new name for enemies that we're facing. It's Al-Qaeda, then ISIS, and now American patriots. Who would have thought those who love the country the most would be hated on by folks who call America home? Both political parties are...
You know, and every year, I mean, every few years, it's like it's a new group that you're going to focus your attention on. And it's just kind of a nice general distraction from everything else that's going around. And yeah, now it's, you know, patriots. You are there's cat hair on my mic. You know, if you're patriotic, if you're, you know, proud to be an American, now you're a problem of some sort for some reason, you know. Because we don't enjoy watching our country crumble. So since we've taken issue with that, now we're an issue, I guess.
Who love the country the most will be hated on by folks who call America home. Both political parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. Black, white. Listen
to this part, because I have made this point on this channel several times. This is probably the most important lyric in this song right here. Hold on.
Parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. Black, white.
Both political parties are just as equally as evil or whatever. They don't give a damn about us. They just, you know, whatever. Hold on. How do you say this? I just lost it now.
Parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people.
Working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. All right. And I've said that, you know, they're two sides of the same coin, two wings to the same bird. All right. They go about things a little bit differently, but at the end of the day, their goals are the same: to enrich themselves, to enrich their cronies, and to gather power and wealth, to the detriment of the American people. So, you know, Democrats are just a little bit more out in the open about it, where Republican politicians, I am speaking of, the Republican politicians still have to kind of pretend like they have some sort of moral, background and some sort of love of this country. So they try to wiggle around the Constitution, the Republicans, whereas the Democrats just steamroll right through it because their constituents are all on board. Okay. Oh, that's an outdated document. Steamroll right through it. So the Democrats have taken off the sheep's clothing and they're standing there as the wolves that they are. Whereas the Republicans still kind of play this game with us, like they actually give a shit, and they don't. So, yep, there's no difference, especially like, establishment politicians. There's no difference between Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, and Lindsey Graham. I mean, there's no difference. It's just how they kind of go about things. That's it. So let's go, guys.
Black, white, yellow, brown, humanity needs you. Cause united we stand, divided they will defeat you. The man on the news says the problem is me.
Yep, problem is me. Oh! Okay, hold on.
The world's going crazy.
Nova's wearing crucifixes. Nova is wearing crucifixes. That means she is definitely a Jesus lover, non-Satanist, because one time she has worn a crucifix, that means that's what she is forever, correct? If you guys don't know what I'm referencing, there's a video about misunderstood Tom lyrics where people were saying that they're Satanists, and they were grabbing onto little images of, like, oh, her hair is over her eyes, so she's a Satanist. It's so... I'm just picking out that she is wearing a crucifix and it is in the right direction. So she is obviously a diehard Christian, forever now, so people are ridiculous, but there we go. We have proof positive that she is a Christian. I'll struggle.
Y'all missing what was written in them pages. That was history they wrote, now you want to change it.
You're missing what they're written in these pages. That was history they wrote, and now you want to change it. Like, you're not understanding what the purpose of what that was written down for. It wasn't written down for you to change to make it more palatable for you, okay? It was written down so that we could learn from it. And by changing it, by obfuscating it, you make it impossible to learn from. And then the cycles repeat. Okay, so that's a very important bar by Adam there. I wanted to point out.
Y'all missing what was written in them pages. That was history they wrote, now you want to change it. You racist. You hate this. Why you want us all to be locked up in cages? I can't stand the left. Everything they say is depressing.
Yep.
Ship them to the Middle East. They can learn oppression. Believe me.
And why would you want to live offended by everything? Why do you want to be offended by everything and be in a perpetual state of anger and frustration because you choose to see offense in every little thing? That has to be a miserable way to live. I don't understand how people do that, but I guess to each their own. But yeah, they're miserable people.
Left everything they
some
say
of them,
depressing.
some of them,
Ship
not
them
all.
To the Middle East, they can learn oppression. Believe me, I mean this quite literal. I love liberty, but I liberals wear a mask.
Oh, so he took that out too. So that's how they get this song on the internet. They didn't discuss the Stacey Abrams 2016 election. They censor out the word there, and takes out hate and white, because that was the lyric. He hates white liberals, and they're the worst ones. Because they go overboard trying to virtue signal to especially people of color and minorities, where it's like, I treat people of color and minorities the same way I treat everybody else. There's a study that white liberals, when speaking to a person of color, will change their language and their speech patterns. They'll dumb down the language that they use to talk to them. It's a form of soft bigotry. And whereas, Republicans are more apt to just talk to them. And I talk to people like I talk to anybody else. I'll talk to, a Latino male the same way I'm talking to you right now, the same way I talk to my kids, the same way I talk to an Asian woman. It's just, this is how I talk. So this is how I communicate with everybody. So, yeah, the liberals like to dumb down their language because they think that people of color can't understand them. It's just, oh my God, the racism and the bigotry on that side is outrageous. And the fact that they can't see it, it's frustrating.
This quite literal. I love liberty, but I liberals wear a mask, stay home, complain and moan, talk about privilege on your phone in your Range Rover, Starbucks, mango, foo, whatever. The cloth I'm cut from can handle any weather.
Yep.
You just paper in the rain, we ain't the same.
The cloth I'm cut from can stand any weather. You're just paper in the rain. We're not the same. All right. So it's like, hey, the cloth I'm cut from is durable. It's thick. It's strong. Okay. It can weather any sort of condition. He is built for any condition you put him in. Whereas he's saying you're just, you're made of paper, essentially. As soon as it starts raining, you're just going to shred to little pieces, just melt away. So that's, I like that. And then one other thing, what did you say right before that? Hold on, I forget.
Privilege on your phone in your
Range
Rover, Starbucks, mango, foo, whatever. The cloth.
You're talking about, people online complaining about, oppression and privilege and this and that. They're doing it from a Range Rover on their iPhone, sipping their Starbucks. It's like you live in such immense comfort. You have no idea. You have technology at your fingertips, the most advanced technologies in the world at your fingertips. And you have the most luxurious vehicles and clothings and and that's for everyday normal Americans. Take a middle-class American. They are probably one of the richest people in the entirety of the world. I don't know exactly what the stats are, but I want to say that a middle-class American is amongst the top 1% of wealth in the world. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It might not quite be that. It might be like 10%, but it's something like that. So, well, yeah, while you're complaining about all this stuff with your Starbucks and your mango foo drinks and, you don't even understand that the privilege and the comfort that you've been afforded and that you're living in.
I'm cut from can handle any weather. You just paper in the rain, we ain't the same. Stand for the flag, only kneel when I pray. I just pray we go back to the old days, land of the free, home of the brave.
The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Yeah.
I see through all the illusions. Refuse to hear rumors or accept that we are losing. Easy to
refuse to hear the rumors and accept that we are losing. If you are online, all right, and you're like kind of paying attention to this culture war, all right, you go online, you go on Twitter, you go on Facebook, you go on YouTube, you go on CNN, MSNBC, Yahoo News, MSN, wherever you go, you get this picture that this is a mainstream way of thinking, this whole cancel culture and how this extreme left wing of our society thinks. They portray it as if it is mainstream. I see it online. I see the bubbles and I see the segregation and you go on certain content and it's just inundated with like-minded individuals. Same on both sides, honestly. But in the real world, all right, I travel in my day-to-day life, from a major urban center, blue city, very blue city, all the way to very red rural areas. And I talk to people, and I come across people, and I'm sorry, this extreme leftism that you see being pushed online and in our media is not out there. It's not out there. I mean, yes, there's some people out there, few and far between, though. They are not anywhere close to a majority. So, well, he is right when he says he refuses to hear the rumors and believe that we are losing. In my day-to-day life, I don't see these people. They only exist online. So, you know, I'm with him there. I refuse to believe that we are losing this. I think that we are a very, very silent majority. We have a very vocal minority online and in our media that pushes this narrative, making us believe that this is all a mainstream mindset, and it's not. It's absolutely not. He's 100% correct.
I see through all the illusions, refuse to hear rumors or accept that we're losing. Easy to get caught up, consumed by the consumer. Truth is so diluted, people starve out the confusion. Comfort is the killer, your dreams execution. Cool with persecution if I make a contribution. Home of the brave look like a mental institution, and there will be revolution if we can't find resolution.
I mean, yeah, you would think so at some point. If there's not going to be resolution at some point, you know, it has to devolve from there. I don't know if America has the heart for it, though. If that was going to happen, they've given us plenty of reason in the last few years. So I don't know. Man. I don't know. I think we might be,
look like a mental institution, and there will be revolution if we can't find resolution. And a threat is a promise. Stand up, pay homage. They tell lies, I'm being honest. Just the time is upon us. I know that God got us, so I'm fighting in his honor. Hear the cries of the crusaders as we're strapping up our armor.
He's so beast, man. He's such a beast. Struggle, damn. And that voice, I mean, that deep baritone man voice. Love it. His voice reminds me of one of the guys from Nappy Roots. I forget which one, but whichever one had the really low voice. That's what he reminds me of when he raps. It's awesome.
Strapping up our armor, set a higher ground and drown in a drama. If I die for what I love, then my death will be nirvana.
He ain't talking about Kurt Cobain. If he dies fighting for what he believes in, his death will be nirvana. It'll be, you know, it'll be a joyous occasion, essentially.
Drown in a drama. If I die for what I love, then my death will be nirvana. We fighting for our freedom, don't believe what they've been feeding. Be the change you want to see, the warrior that we're needing. I
said that, be the change that you need, or whatever, you know, and like I said before, it starts at the local level, people. Starts at the school boards and the local elections. Okay, we've been neglecting those areas for far too long, and we've lost them at this point. Now, the past year, parents have been waking up and they're starting to take back over school boards. My district, we actually got, there was 2 seats open. One was a very popular incumbent who wasn't going to get replaced. And the other one, we ended up getting one of our parents on the board. So we got 1 seat this time around. Next election cycle, we could pick up another, you know, and we need to slowly start chipping away at these institutions and put our people in place. So be the change you want to be, people. Let's go.
Big American dream. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust. We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Nice. Very nice, very well done video. I like the strategic edits of certain words, you know, to be able to put this one on the internet. Yeah, that's fantastic song. Great message as usual. You know, and this is maybe the 5th or 6th best song on that album. I would have to say off the top of my head. You know, it's a good album. The more I listen to it, the better it gets. It's actually fantastic. But anyway, that'll do it. That'll be the reaction. I should have more for you guys. Okay, I should have more coming today. And if not, then they're going to be coming early tomorrow. So keep your eye out. There'll be more reactions coming. Middle-aged white guy is out. Peace.